Oh yeah, the swimming pool thing was the first shot we see too.
Yeah, God. As soon as that happened, I was like, God, I know we're in for a shit show.
I didn't even mention the fact that it took me about 3 days to finish the fucking movie. Because every time I put it on, I watch about 5 minutes of it. I'm like, no.
I will say I sat down and watched the whole thing.
Good for you. I don't know how you have that tolerance.
Well, I did just watch Boss Baby as
That's
well,
fair.
so I knocked them out at the same time. And hello, everyone. We're the Continuity Crew. I'm Will.
I'm Chris Pratt.
Nope, that's Win. And today we're back with another episode of Streaming Junkies for y'all.
Yeah.
And today, a little late, I guess, on this one, but we got Tomorror on Amazon Prime, starring Chris Pratt, and he's the big boy, I guess, in this movie. Straight off the bat, this movie sucked. But we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna give our thoughts, our dislikes, our likes. Jacob Simmons is in it too, I guess. But I guess
I didn't even know that he was in the movie.
yeah.
Did you know that he was in there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he was such a stupid character.
He looked good though.
He did.
Yeah.
He was kind of
Damn, he was kind of ripped.
beefy.
Yeah.
But otherwise, let's get into it. Tomorrow is about a war that's tomorrow, as in the future. These future people come to the present and say, "Hey, we need your help," and they send people to the future to fight these things called white spikes. White spikes.
Yeah, white spikes.
White spikes,
I was
which is
gonna
such
call
a
it white
stupid
crawler.
name, awful name. But the aliens look stupid.
Yeah, Tomorrow War. It sucked.
Yeah. So like you were saying, and the whole thing, Chris Pratt is one of the people that gets drafted because they draft people because everybody's freaking the fuck out. We're like, the Earth's gonna end in 30 years.
Everyone's
no.
gonna die.
Oh, jeez. And so essentially, he goes and does duty, and
That's not how time works.
yeah. So, not talking about plot for a second. Plot holes, freaking galore. The time travel in this barely makes sense.
Yeah. I'm
I'm
not smart, and even I don't fucking understand it.
Some of the ideas are kind of cool, but it's still that doesn't work. The aliens, dude, I really hated them, and
They look like shit.
they do look like shit too. But also, like, it looks like a horse and a cat. And do you know what the things from Dead Space look like? I think they're called necromorphs.
I think so.
If they had a fucking baby and like there was an orgy between those three, and that's what came out. It's just, I don't know why the aliens make me so mad.
The only movie that I've actually liked the whole alien invasion thing, and this is a hot take, it's a Battleship.
It's actually kind of cool. Movie
Yeah,
kind of sucked.
The movie sucked, but the aliens, the ideas for them were really neat. Because one, they look like astronauts. They don't look like your basic alien, like where it's like like that.
Yeah.
Like, and they make this stupid noise like that kind of thing.
I dug it.
Yeah. That's
Predator.
Why didn't they just do that?
Yeah, I don't know why they went for this whatever type alien. Like it didn't feel like they were much of a threat, but for some reason they were literally destroying us.
Yeah.
Like, I did not feel intimidated. Okay, there's a lot of them. Okay, their weak spots. Just fucking go for them. Y'all were Chris Pratt made it look easy. I mean, plot armor for sure, but like it.
Yeah. Again, this is where the whole time thing kind of screws up, because like they technically they don't need to go back in time.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, like.
If they were to go back in time, no, that doesn't even work. I was gonna say if they did go back in time, they could just go to Russia, but you'd think that someone had figured that out.
Yeah, it's like, okay, Chris Pratt and his friend figure out that, spoiler, they were already on Earth. They crashed, and they're there, and that's not even explored in like the right way either.
And they didn't even. Okay, they talked about how also they were like, oh yeah, there's no like debris of the crash or anything like that. They just kind of showed up. It's like, it's right there.
Yeah. It's
they
like,
were right there.
Okay, if we had 30 years and you had like 20 or like 10 years of them attacking and you couldn't put that together, come on.
And a kid and Chris Pratt were able to figure it out.
Yeah.
You have advanced technology.
There's volcanic ash on this.
They have advanced technology enough to go back in time, and then they just didn't do anything else. They
Yeah,
just
so
like,
plot holes galore. One thing I feel like they tried to do in this was a PTSD type angle with of J.K. Simmons and Chris Pratt, and
Yeah.
how like, oh, you're gonna become your father,
yeah,
because that's the whole thing. Like, Chris Pratt figures out he's gonna die before these things even attack,
yeah,
and it's like, okay, and then he meets his daughter, which I called before we even started watching the movie, of like, oh, he's gonna meet himself, his daughter, or whatever, and she tells him everything that he like
did.
what he does and everything. I'm just like, well, that's stupid. Okay, so he had PTSD and he like freaked out or whatever. Okay, so now he's his dad. Okay, that's a great idea for something, a plot point, but you just did it so poorly.
Yeah.
Like, they're only in the future for what, maybe I'm gonna say 40, 45 minutes.
Less than that, or more than that, because one of them got injured, or a few of them got injured, and they had to stay in a camp.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then Chris Pratt went to a thingy where he was helping his daughter do a thingy, and then
Yeah, because oh look, his daughter's one of the best.
wow,
Who would have thought the main character's daughter is really good?
yeah, of course it is. They tried to be smart in this movie.
They did. They really did.
They
but
tried to do the
weren't.
whole Vietnam thing, and then they tried to do the whole global warming shit, where it's like, oh wow, Siberia thawed out. Ah, we're doomed in 30 years.
Because of aliens.
Aliens. Fuck off.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's
Off
nothing.
is right.
There's nothing good about this movie.
The ideas are there.
We should be nice. Let's be nice for a second. Okay,
Okay.
what was good about this movie?
I have to think, man. Chris Pratt's character sucked. The dialogue was garbage.
Yep.
It reminds me so much of the Forever Purge. So go watch that video and look at our thoughts on that. But the ideas for it are so there. There's good tropes and ideas and plot points, but they're so poorly executed and they just miss the mark. It's the bullseye and they hit over here. It's, oh man, I don't know. Like I'm trying to think positives, and like I want to say the aliens are a positive, but also like I just hated them so much. Like I didn't find them intimidating. I didn't find them cool. They were just they gave a kid a drawing and said, here, draw fucking horse for me, and the kid drew that thing, and it's like, oh, that's so pretty. And then they're like, this is a great idea for aliens. Like, the script writer was like, this is what they're gonna look like when the kid drew a horse that looked like that.
What do you think a horse looks like? Oh, let me do that.
Yeah, like, I mean, kids have those drawings when they're younger, and it's like they look like a monstrosity, and that's what we got.
What was good about this movie?
I'm really trying to think, man.
Me too.
One thing, the guns. Like, I'm not the biggest gun guy, but I could just tell there was inconsistencies with them. Like, the muzzle flashes looked weird. The guns they were using didn't seem. I don't think those were high caliber guns at all, and wouldn't do anything to penetrate these things. So I'm just like, whatever.
The story for this movie, I can't. There's nothing good about this movie.
This could have been a single episode of a TV show.
Yeah.
Like, it's just,
the thing that's really bad about this movie is the story in of itself. Because one, they had characters go back in time, and then they wasted their time by recruiting people when they could have just like, oh, I don't know, fucking developed a proper weapon to destroy them.
But again, it's just that the villains, the aliens, don't seem like a threat, like, at all to me. Like, the plot armor is just so thick. Like, okay, there's a lot of them, just kill them. I don't know.
The way they should have written this movie is, okay, you want to go back in time, so why don't you just, okay, you have these people, you go back in time, and then you develop something, and then you discover that aliens are here, and then aliens are coming out, and then like, oh, that's when they start taking over. But then people thought, oh, maybe it's in 30 years, but no, it's actually here, and then it just goes back in a cycle.
Yeah. They could have like started with the future stuff. Like, that's your main character, is the daughter, instead of Chris Pratt, because it just felt weird.
Yeah.
Just since we're talking about movies that came out like last weekend, I want to talk about Boss Baby real quick. because I was thinking about it. There's something you'd love. So there's the boss baby, and the guy has his daughter, and she's like a boss baby now, right? And she calls him daddy like way too much. I'm like, I think they knew what they were doing there, and it made me very uncomfortable.
Fucking hate that.
But
word.
boss baby, it's about the same as the other one. It's like a 4 out of 10. But if you're got kids, sit down and watch it with them. Back to Tomorrow War. It's trash.
No, trash is too nice.
Yeah. Well, what?
It's a dumpster fire.
We're late on this one, but do you think this was worse, or do you think Forever Purge?
This was definitely worse.
Yeah. Okay. I'm glad.
Lie.
I'm glad we're on the same page, because this just didn't execute anything well. Some of the Forever Purge stuff was executed okay.
I know that Purge is like, it doesn't have that many plot holes. It was very linear to the fact that
we went here and we got here. Well, this is like a triangle, but then you
circle it and then you just scribble all over the place. So this was what this movie was. It didn't know what it wanted to be, but it wanted to be something cool. Like, it wanted to be a sci-fi movie. Yeah. But you're really fucking telling me that they figured out where the aliens were, and then the future was still like that. So unless there's like a whole multiverse type shit going on.
The time travel, maybe. Well, that's the thing. So, like take Tenet. Their time travel is like you're inverting your entropy or whatever. Yeah. There's no like slight dialogue where it's like, or in game where they're like, that's not how time travel works. It works like this. There's no dialogue there where it's like, oh, this is why time travel works like this in this universe because of this paradox. There's no line about that. It's just like, oh, there's time travel. Here's these people. Like, let's go. For a 2.5 hour movie, or it's like, I think it's 2 hours flat.
You're about right.
I think it's 2 hours flat without the credits. But it's like, well, let's just go. We're going. No stopping. Don't ask any questions. Run. And some people, that's a good movie for them, and I can see why. I guess it reminded me kind of like a really bad time travel Independence Day.
Pretty much. This is what it was. It was meant for July 4th. Yeah, it was meant for July 4th.
I didn't even think about that.
And they wanted an alien movie, and this is what they did. So
should just also the acting and like Chris Pratt like really sucked in this. Yeah, like it was really bad. Like I don't hold Chris Pratt to like a standard or anything. Either, yeah, but like, come on, man.
This is a kind of part of it is very heavily emotional.
It felt honestly, it almost felt below him. Like, I'm like, dude, just a stupid comedy instead of this whatever act. Well, he did what was the war movie he was in, which was actually kind of good. Was it 13 Hours?
I think so.
Yeah, like that was
when he started working out.
It was good.
Yeah.
This wasn't. Or his friend, whatever his name was, like David or something.
The black dude?
The black guy, yeah. Yeah. Like, awful character.
Diversity.
Oh, so bad. But anyways, so we've trashed on it enough. Let's give it a rating.
We try to give it a good thing. We try to say good things about it. And I just can't. Yeah, me neither. Like, the thing is, I think we've just been spoiled with like actual like time travel, like proper time travel sequences.
So to think of in the 80s, if this was made in the 80s, it'd be fine. It'd be like a cult classic type deal. Yeah. But they linger too much on certain aspects of the time travel that they don't even explain.
It got convoluted.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, putting in like logic into the whole time travel thing would be convoluted, but at least it gave logic to the movie.
I don't know.
At least you understood it.
Could possibly care about.
Yeah. And like they all looked very the people who came back in time looked very young.
Yeah, there's one line that they kind of had. They're like, have you noticed how like we're old and they're young? It's like because they're not alive and we're dead. I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah. But anyways,
they didn't get proper training either. Like,
I know.
Okay, so Chris Pratt has a little earpiece thing that talks to his daughter, and they're like Romeo and like this shit like that, like some stupid shit lines and whatever. And they're like running through the building, and Chris Pratt's like, all right, you need to go check that way, and like he's giving hand signals and shit. I'm like,
They
didn't learn that.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what I thought too. It's also like he's got training beforehand that wasn't explained at all. It's like, okay, your dad went to Nam. What did you do?
Yeah.
And then he's just like, I'm a badass with a gun now. So
Oh, what, Chris Pratt?
yeah.
No, they did. They explained it. He did like 2 tours or something like that.
But no, they did like I think eventually, but I don't know. Maybe
Somewhere in there, I think there was a line in there.
Maybe I missed it. I think that it might. Anyways, out of 10, 1.
0.
0. I'm not gonna give it a 0 because it was an action movie. They tried.
It was just very tonally confused.
Yeah,
like I remember there's like a shot in there that I thought it was Zack Snyder. I was like, that's very Zack Snyder-y.
God.
And people were falling out of the sky. And Chris Pratt fucking landed on a swimming pool and he's alive.
I forgot about that. Thank you. Oh my God. They fall about, let's say 200 feet.
No, that's too no.
I'm going to say safe bet 200 feet.
1,000 foot.
Because if anyone fell from 200 feet, they die. No,
200 feet, you'd still see like above the still see the city. That was definitely more than 1,000.
I know. But I mean to the pool.
Okay,
to the pool.
Well,
We're just
that's still 1,000.
Oh, anyways, I'm just saying. Let's say 1,000 then. Fuck it. I mean, eventually your terminal velocity doesn't matter and you just fall at a constant speed. These motherfuckers fall from that high. Chris Pratt falls in about a 4-foot pool and he only falls about 3 feet deep and it doesn't even hit the bottom.
No.
I jump from the thing and my feet hit the bottom almost immediately.
Yeah.
It's not like he fell a certain way. He was falling fast as hell. And some people fell outside the pool and those motherfuckers were fine.
Yep. I've fallen into a pool that's like I think it was 20 foot high and I was like almost the bottom, and this was before I got like 150 pounds. I was like 120. I fell about 50. It took me down just about 6-7 feet.
Yeah, it's
no.
Just no.
Everyone in there should be dead.
Yes, even the people that fell in the pool. Maybe the people that fell in the pool should be possibly acting how the people outside the pool acted. But some of them should also be dead.
They should be at least minor injuries.
Yes, and they shouldn't have been able to go fight the aliens like that.
And run like that.
Anyways, though, garbage movie.
Don't watch it. I was about to say go watch it, but don't watch it.
It's something that people could have thrown on in the background at 4th of July, and that's probably why it got views.
It's like Fast and Furious 8 for us.
Yeah, that's what we watched for 4th.
That's good.
But anyways. Thank y'all for watching. We've been the Continuity Crew. It's another episode of Streaming Junkies. Go check out our other ones. We've got a playlist of all of them of stuff that's come out on streaming this year. So go or even into last year. So go check those out. Thank y'all for watching. I already said that. Like if you enjoyed. Comment down below. What's your favorite Chris Pratt movie? Mine's probably the war one. If it is 13 hours.
Yeah, I think it is 13 hours because I bought it.
Yeah.
No, it's 0 something.
I'll look it up.
Something
before,
0.
Before we finish up,
because I think Dan Bilzerian was supposed to be in that or something. Do you know who that is?
Mm-hmm.
King of Instagram.
Yeah, dude's got hoes.
Fake hoes.
13 Hours is the John Krasinski one.
Yeah.
Zero Dark 30.
That's it. Because I bought that movie and I thought it was cool.
Jessica Chastain. Okay. Yes. Yeah. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. We've been the Continuity Crew. I'm Will.
I'm Cloud.
That's Win. Thank y'all for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Adios.